Okay, we're going to do a little bending test right now. I have these 3 different woods. They're all the same size. I'm going to hold them on the end, and then we'll bend them along this ruler to see how far they bend. So, let's zoom in. Now we're going to start with this wood right here. Okay, and this is Parmarfin. So we'll start down here, and we'll bend it. And it bends up to about 3/4 of an inch, pretty easy. Okay, then we can push it to an inch, and about 1/4 of an inch it's pretty stiff. It'll break if I go too much beyond that. Alright, so that's about 1.25 inches. Let's take this wood. Now this is boxwood, and we'll start here and we'll bend it. It bends easy to an inch. It'll go 1.25 inches. I could push it to 1.5 inches. 1.75 inches. Now it's pretty stressed. It's at its breaking point at 1.75 inches. Okay, so now the last one we're going to use. Now this is pear wood. Okay, now easily bends to an inch. Easily bends to 2 inches. Easily bends to 3 inches. I can go to 3.5 and 3.75. Now it's getting towards the breaking point, and I could almost push 4 inches. So this will bend a natural 4 inches. That's the pear wood. The Parmarfin will bend to about 1.25 inches. And the boxwood will bend to about 1.75 inches. So, let's try it on the hull next. Okay, now let's test these woods for bending on the hull. Okay, now here we'll try the first wood. Okay, I got it clamped to the hull. Now let's try it. Okay. Alright, that broke. That was Parmarfin. Next wood we'll try is boxwood, and we'll clamp this to the hull just like you did with the Parmarfin. Okay, we have it clamped here, so let's give it a try. Well, it didn't break off, but what it did was it splintered. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so that was the boxwood. Now, the last one we're going to try is the pear wood. Okay, now we'll clamp it. Get a good clamp on it. Like so. Now let's move it in. Alright, there it is. Now let's try it. Oh, it's no resistance at all. I bet you I could just go like that. And it bends perfectly. Right tight against the frames. Okay, now that's our pear wood. So, both of these Parmarfin and these boxwood, this would probably bend if I soaked it in water and I steamed it, okay, and it can probably get it to work, but it's just frustrating, okay, because here, let me take it and I'll show you. It'll just go, see how quick that bends, breaks? Here, let's tell you the boxwood. See, these woods are stiff and they're brittle. Now, this is the pear wood. So you could bend it almost like that before it breaks. Okay then, the choice is going to be the pear wood, and we're going to move on to planking the upper part of the hull. And it's going to go on right like this. And you could see the pear wood, how much lighter it is than the cherry here. Okay, and when I was what I was saying was you see, now I could take this, and I have room here to go in here like so, to hold that on there. And see how I could hold it on the inside? Because now if this was a deck, I could not clamp this like this. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to plank the outside of my hull. By planking this first, I could use my clamps. And now you can see with this pear wood, if I held it here on the end, see, it'll bend right around that bow. Okay, because this wood is just so nice for bending. Look at that. Okay, now you could also notice how much lighter color it is. Okay, that's because when this pear wood is fresh cut, it's this very light cream color. And this wood is going to change in time to a gold color. So it's going to give me kind of a gold cast for that yellow band that the British put on their ships. So, okay, what I'm going to do is put some glue on this, and I'm going to put this planking on.